Welcome into another day of racing. We're doing some PCC. I'm just not a fan of these pits because these pits are just fucking ridiculously long. But hopefully we get a clean race. We can have some fun. So it's about having some fun. And let's see if we can do that. This exit always gets me, that right turn. Oh fuck. That was close. That was close to Marcus then. Break too much there. Bet that Beamer weren't expecting me to leave room like I did. I've got to keep my eye on that pit exit this race. That pit exit, I'll probably end up killing someone if I don't keep my eyes open. There's only one corner I'm really worried about, and that's this left here on exit. I've got an habit of running that really wide on exit. I don't worry about this one no more because I overcompensate on braking from Forza, so should be fine on that one. It's just this here, I'm not too sure if it's quicker just to red line it in third or shift up to fourth for a little while. Because when you're in slipstream, you do bounce it right at the end. Don't know why I kept it in second there. Oh fuck. That's another thing I need to keep my eyes open for. MX-5's on inside on that corner. Well, the fastest I've got in practice with a full tank of fuel is a 45.3. That's on my own, that is. No slipstream. I've not tried yet with qualifying setup on. I'd just rather practice with a full tank of fuel than with quali set on. Oop, oop, oop. I'll go out wide and let these go by. The only reason I'm not towing is because I want to try the pit entrance. The only reason I'm not towing. We're kind of expecting him to go on outside, but I've got to get used to going in full power and then slamming on brakes at last minute. Go see what other people are doing. That one. Oh fuck, no, not that one. Last driver. There we go. Hey, we got a Clio. I really do love the Clios. And I really do want to do a PCC in the Clio. But the only issue with it is there's only literally, you probably get like 5 or 10 Clios at the most. So you end up in top split because of it. It's either top split or second split you end in because of it. And then I'm just last place. So I'm nowhere near the skill levels of what these are. Trying to find a high-ish. Toyota driver. Just so I can watch. Try and learn something. I like that design. .2. There we go. We'll watch this person. See if we can learn anything from him. Ugh. Ugh. In 6th gear? Oh, he's in 5th. Sounded like you were in 6th gear for a moment. Ugh. Ugh. Doing this because of the amount of people what's in the lobby. They can only render in so many people. Ugh. One thing I've started to hate about Race Labs is it's starting to do this shit where it just fucking crashes. There we go. Oh, we hold it off well. 9th place with a full tank of fuel. So we are holding well with that. So I might be able to knock another second off with the quali setup on. I very much doubt it, but I might. I just might. You don't know. You know what I mean? Unmute that. See if that's better. Right, up to... Wait, whether? Is that better? There we go. I think that's better. Then I shouldn't scream and shout too much. I can hear myself. I'll hear myself slightly. Put it a little bit lower. There we go. But I think I'm going to go quickly go nip to the toilet before race starts and the lobby opens up and everything like that. So I shall be back in a minute. We're back. Just gotta be careful at cold tires a little bit. He moved to the inside to let me pass, and then he went back out. What's annoying is, look at his I rating. He should fucking know better. Wish I just fucking rear-ended him. Being a little bit too aggressive on exit there. Just a little. Holy Jesus. I think we're only going to get one chance to get a lap in here because of the outlap being so long. So this could be quite interesting. The only issue I tend to get in races like this, sometimes it can take up to a minute until it allows me to jump in the car to qualify. Now, when it does that on a short track, that's not an issue. When it's on a long track like this, you know, that's potentially not letting me qualify. Alright, let's lock in. Hopefully get a half decent lap. Alright. Oh, trying to lock in. I guess that's karma for what I did to you Friday. How are we doing, Kitty, anyway? How are we doing? Oh, another PC to look for on, if you want to do a dual PC setup, a PC to try and look for on eBay if you can. It's Lenovo P330. They are PC, like work desktop PCs for like companies from 2019. And you can get them between around $120 to around $300, depending on who's selling them. And they've also got a slot to stick a graphics card in. You don't need a graphics card for it, but if you want to stick a graphics card in, you can. And if you get a desktop version of it, not a mini PC version of it, it comes with a 400 watt power supply, so it's got enough power to run a graphics card as well. I think the desktop version is slightly cheaper than the mini PC version. I saw quite a few on there with an i9-9990, like the top of the line CPU from back in like 2019. It was something like 3.4 base and 5 gigahertz boost. But yeah, that one I've told you, Lenovo P330. It's an old, like I say, it's what people used to use in companies and stuff like that in contact centers, and it's a pretty fucking beefy PC. Majority of them have got a 8800 CPU i9 or a 9900 CPU in, with 16 gigabytes of DDR4, 250 gigabytes M.2 I think, and a 400 watt power supply. And the reason why I was looking at it is to stick my 1070 in it. That's why I was looking at it. I'm going to be back in a minute. I'm going to go quickly get some paracetamols. I've got a minute to go get some. So I'll be back in a minute. Right, let's go see if we get killed turn 1. I'm pretty far forward, so I probably am going to get killed. I can see myself getting killed for quali in 6. But I don't think that the reason why I'm so scared of turn 1 on this layout, because of the pits. It's got the extended pits. What come out at turn 4 on fast straight. So it's going to be interesting. Going to be interesting to say the least. I just want to get some SR. That's all I want to get. A little bit of reinsurance for end of season coming up. Do you know what I mean? I hate it when people do that. They set off really quick, then slam on brakes. One of the reasons why I hate rolling starts that. Like they just zoom off, so you go to catch up and then they just slam on the anchors. And it weren't his fault in front, it was the red car in front of him. See what I mean? Fucking red car strikes again. It doesn't help that they're blinking as well. Not green yet. We got green on next straight. See, this is where a lot of people gets black flags. They need to feed the hamster on wheel. I think I've got wheel damage from that. I was really lucky there, because when that tends to happen, it just shoots you both sideways or in any direction, because the game doesn't know what to do. So it just pings you in every single direction, both of you. And it normally kills a lot of people around you when that happens as well, as you can imagine. So we're really fucking lucky there. that's what normally happens. It normally happens to one or both of us, and it's fucking terrifying. It happened in one at Daytona 500 races I did. There were a car in front what was consistently fucking blinking, and no one dared overtake him. No one dared fucking overtake him, and he was the lead car as well. So the entire pack let off and were like kind of holding back because no one could overtake him, so they weren't letting him. And then I got in second place behind him, and I just said, fuck this shit, and I just floored it. And he blinked out, and I just put my foot to the floor. And when he blinked back in, we were inside each other. And I got really lucky because it sent him, it didn't send me. It sent his car to fucking Narnia. And luckily it didn't do anything to me. But person behind me fucking laughing, saying, thank God that fucking, oh, thank God that person's gone, sort of thing. I am tempted to report him on first lap for that re-entry. Him what just swerved across everyone, because that was just fucking diabolical. That's where I got front end damage from. I think that's where I got wheel damage from as well. Only slightly. Very slight, but you can notice under braking. Not the proudest overtake, but I think I spooked him being so close and he missed his braking zone, I'm guessing. See, this is where people behind start catching when there's a pack like this. At least I got a freebie, or 2 freebies. I'm in 2 minds whether I should take the fast repair or not when we pit. And the reason for that is because with having front end damage, if I ever get caught on my own with no slipstream in front, I will suffer a lot from it. However, there's a risk of having a fucking massive crash in the back half. Well, it just kills the car. So do I suffer and fucking save it just in case, or do I say fuck it and take it? You know what I mean? As these are pulling away in front, and it shouldn't be happening with an undamaged car. I think I'm going to take the fast repair when I go in for pit halfway through. Wow, fucking that caught right back up to him there. If he wants to take me on that side, I'm just going to let him have it. So I don't know why, but I've got something inside of me saying that there's going to be an accident between all these lot. A big one. See what I mean? We were 3 wide for a bit there. That were fucking scary going 3 wide through there. But this is the dilemma what I've got now. Like, am I catching these because of the slip, or am I catching these because I'm actually faster than them? Because the slip plays a big advantage in this, having slip. Don't know what happened to him there. I don't know if I spoke to him with how hard I went on brakes. I went on brakes pretty fucking hard then. I think I might have squeezed in behind a little bit there on the exit. Yeah, I think they're just quicker than me in front. See, it's that in behind. I don't know what he's trying to do. I don't know if he's trying to bump or he's trying to overtake, because he's not being consistent. If you were trying to overtake, and I knew you were trying to overtake, I'd just give him the spot and sit in his slipstream. But because he's all over the place, I ain't got a fucking clue what he's doing. Surprised he didn't get an off track there. That were a nice overtake from Brandon. Him in front, not gonna lie. One thing I need to do on back straight is try and open up the fuel calculator. But pit stop. I forgot to open it up before the race. This is an advantage of having a touchscreen monitor. You don't have to try and figure it out with a mouse. Just point and touch whatever you want. Then just put mouse back on main screen. Kind of fucks that up. Yeah, they're definitely faster than me. It wasn't because I'm faster than them, it was just because I were in their slipstream. But whenever there's a pack there, I'm always going to catch them into a deep braking zone like that. Because I can brake at the normal point, whereas they've got to like slowly go further back sort of thing. I like the lettering on that Falcon on back, the style, or the font, should I say. Oh, fuck, that's an off track. I did this for safety, right? I don't think I'm going to get any.
Dude, are you serious?
I'm going into 6 to try and save a little bit of fuel while I'm behind all these. If I can like go 1 lap longer, for example, it will help me, because there'll be a lot of shenanigans. Like if all these hit at the same time, there's going to be a lot of shenanigans. So if I can try and go like 1 lap further. You know what I mean? That's why I'm letting off a lot going into these braking zones. Try and coast it in. To try and save a little bit of fuel doing that as well. Ooh, quite a few nearly lost it then. Give this person a boost. Boost him up. He's risking it going it there, Beamer. But that fucked me up. Let's put a gap between them and cars in front now. That Beamer really did break up this pack. Could be a good thing. He's got a lot of people to go through now. And he might wreck someone. Or cause a big wreck. Bet Mazda was shitting him then. The issue with this track is it's a slipstream track. So when you got people consistently fighting for a place on every section of the track, all it's doing is slowing us all down and allowing the leaders to get further and further in front. Let's give this person a bump up. Kind of let off because he fucking swerved because of him on outside. We're slowly slipping back down pack to where we actually belong for my skill level. I'm a little bit annoyed about how many incident points I've got, but it is what it is. Go on, Brandon, I'm not going to fight you. I'm going to try and help you if I can. To help you, it helps me. I don't think I'm going to be able to get close enough to actually help him with bump drafting. Oh, we're coming up to MX5s now. Could be interesting. Or some of them anyway. Come on, Brandon. Come on. Let's get up there. See, he's worried that I'm going to go for a position. So he's going to be defending into a lot of the bends, which won't really help us. Don't worry about me, Brandon. I'm not going to go for an overtake. You're quicker than me. I'm just going to sit behind you in slipstream. Little bit of muck on window. On windshield, sorry. I see what I mean. When there's a gaggle of cars like that in front, you'll always catch them in a braking zone. Try to get a little bit of fuel saving going again. I smell pipe tobacco for some reason. I know windows are closed. I love the smell of pipe tobacco as well. I thought that'd have been an off track. In P38, 28, he must have got some real bad luck. Second lap times like that, went back at pack. I reckon he might have been in what got spun on last turn a couple of laps ago. Potentially. The only thing I'm not looking forward to is a tyre change, because it's night time. If it were daytime, I wouldn't be so nervous about it. I'm used to cold tyres in daytime. I'm just not used to cold tyres at night time. Come on, Brandon. Don't worry about me. Race your own line. Something happened to that beamer behind. Got a notification for it. Start of the lap and... would have thought he'd had his by now. That's all. Ah, they're coming now. I like that green up back of his beamer. Oh, I went to fucking bump him and he moved out at fucking way. Could have shoved him up. You were too worried about the draft from in front. I mean, that might have been what it were. Going for draft in front. Unlikes with that Mazda right now.
Yo, Diego, you are absolutely fucking awful, bro. Embarrassing. I hope you slam into a wall, Diego.
Thought they were on about talking to him behind, but that's Ruben. That really did break up this pack. Hopefully we get him on braking zone here again. But I doubt it, 'cause it's too much space between us all. Yeah, that screwed us. That screwed us, something rotten that. They're going to pull some right time on us now. And he's too far behind to be able to push me and get enough speed from that. Now these have grouped together again, it might slow them down again. I am interested to see what happened to that car, what was blinking on first lap when I went through them. Ruben need car behind him to work with him to be able to catch us, but because there's a gaggle like this again, and shit like that happening, one good thing I do like about races like this is default chat is set to team only, and a lot of people don't know about it, so they don't set it to all. So when incidents happen like that, it like you don't get to hear screaming and shouting down the headset, even though they'll still be doing it, thinking they're sending it to them. That's why I always change it to send it to all teams instead of just my team. I do these on my own, so it's no point in just sending it to me own, to myself. You know what I mean? I think me and Brandon got screwed big time on turn 1 shenanigans. Was glad it didn't inherent 4X because of the stupid system. Whereas if you're close to someone when they spin, you get 4X for some reason. Brandon might have got 4X, but I'm just glad I didn't. Screwed myself there, went on brakes too late. It is what it is, at least we didn't kill anyone. Gotta look at the positive side of life. I'm going to try and work with him in front to push us up to him. That's if he wants to work and not pull aside with being a lap down. Let off too much. Oh fuck, don't know what the fuck I was doing there. I think next lap I might pit. One, to get repair up front and wheel damage from first lap. Because although we're being on my own now, or practically on my own, and two, I'll miss a lot of the shenanigans what's going to happen with all them. Whenever they choose to go into pits. And I've got... And they'll also refuel less as well. Well, then again, they'll probably refuel the same amount. They're still going the same distance at the end of the day, I suppose. Yeah, I might do that. Next lap pit. It's at 50 seconds, 50 minutes now. Next lap will be 53. And I've got 6 laps worth of fuel left. Oh, well, I need to go one more. I think I might need to go one more. Yeah, I'll do one more. I'll do one more lap and then I'll go in. Because if I go in now, there's only like 5 minutes left, 7 minutes left, which will be 14 by the end. Yeah, we'll do it next lap. Potentially one more, depending on what the time is on when we go in, when we get there. And how many laps with the fuel we've got left. Go on, lap car. Send it. Oh, what a send. That was a fucking send and a half, that. Go on. What a move that was. See, this is the advantage of being slow like me. You get to see some incredible overtakes like that. some fucking incredible overtakes. I know that was borderline dive bomb, but they were fucking good. He's trying his luck. I think I'm gonna have to go one more lap. Looking at this. I want these are why I'm trying to work out. I want to go in before all these go in. Because when all these go in, there might be some shenanigans, and I kind of want to miss that. And try and work that to my advantage, going in on my own. Kind of a deal. Oh, I thought you were going to fucking kill him there. Ooh, 22 went off. I wonder if that worked. I saw a flash of lights at the last minute. Facing there. Tried to get him a bump up because he's a little bit of a missile him. It says first time I've heard Kendrick Lamar on radio in probably 6 months, maybe a year. Yeah, we'll do one more and go in. My brain's not mathing out the maths at the moment, so I'm not risking it going bang halfway. The Mazdas look like they are heavily separated between them all. Must have been a lot of shenanigans happening, or they're just that vast in skill difference. It's like with him in front, he's too bothered about defending his current position. Right, let's see if it pays off pitting this lap. That were fucking close then. Like if he pits in front this lap, I'll go in next lap. If he don't pit this lap, I'm going in this lap. And I want to see if it pays off. So, and he's too bothered about defending his position instead of working together. Too far forward. Get into reverse. Seventh, we went in. We're at 6th or 7th, we went in. Got a little bit of a free track now. If we can catch him in front, I'll just spend my time bump drafting him. If I can catch him, that is. Because he is quicker than me. Hit that corner on cold tyres. Come on, Brandon, play it smart. I don't, it's like usually I would bump the car in front pretty fucking hard. And the reason why I'm not is because on Mexico track earlier on this week, I bumped someone how I normally bump them, and it just fucking sent the Toyota in front. So I kind of lost confidence in bumping the way I used to in these. That Jason in front in a black car. I don't know if it were him, but I know it was that team or that car anyway. Wasn't afraid of fucking sending it on the inside. So if it's the same driver, I'm being very, very fucking weary of him. Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, no, no, no. Fucking bell end. Another thing I've noticed as well is reverse. I don't know if it's placebo effect, but it takes forever to get it into reverse now. Before it just used to go in straight away. Like when you were stood still in neutral, it used to go in straight away. And now you've got to fucking clutch it to get it to go in straight away. And I keep forgetting to doing it. But that's what we get for pushing it. Going past my driver skill level. Oh, it is what it is. But look on the bright side, we've got no one else in front of us. I know I can do 45s on my own, low 45s on my own with this tune. So I should be golden. Should. I just need to stop making stupid mistakes. Stop overdriving myself. I've just got to pretend like I'm hot lapping now, even though I hate hot lapping, and I don't think I've ever done hot lapping in my life on this game. But we've got to pretend like we are now. The only thing I'm slightly worried about is the fuel with being on my own. I can't really fuel save like we were on the first half, but I took a fuel tank. I took a full tank of fuel. It said I only needed to take 11 gallons, and I just took 13. Took full tank, so I should be golden, but we'll find out at the end. Oh, I messed that corner up. Rubbed off a little bit of speed there. I think for that corner, I only need to let off for it. But I'm too much of a chicken and a brake. Probably too much. Same for this corner as well. I think I brake too much for it. I was just thinking with 45, low 45s, what I could do earlier on my own. I didn't take into consideration that we're in daytime, not nighttime. That were better. That were a lot better. I'm more shocked that we've got BMWs in this split. Because not many people use BMWs. So to be this far down in the splits with BMWs in lobby. But yeah, in behind is catch him. When he does catch me, I'm just going to let him have it. And try and stay in his slipstream. And bump him where I can. Got a bunch of Mazdas in front. Now we're going to know what the Beamer felt like when they first come around and there were a big gaggle of us. Might get lucky and get him on back straight. And in behind might be not so lucky with him. Nah, too far in front to get him on straight, I don't think. Yeah, I'm not going to get him. Yep. He's going to be in the bends when I catch him. Oh, one's gone. I was kind of hoping it'd stay on my inside. So I'd take the outside line and not fuck him up with a pack.
Diego, I don't know what you're looking at, but I was defending that inside line the whole time. You should never have overtaken there.
There we go. What the fuck were you doing there? I was gonna stay behind him on inside and he just fucking swerved out. I was gonna get him on this back straight. Well, then again, I can't really say much because I've done that before with faster car behind when they've sat there being patient, but I don't know what they're doing and I've ended up making a mistake. So, to be fair, I think it were on me for not overtaking earlier. Well, the issue what I've got, and this is my biggest issue, is I don't want to wreck anyone's races. So I overthink it and drive too slow when I shouldn't be, just not to wreck them. Instead of just pulling the thumb out my arse and going for it, I end up making it worse. I'm going to let him have it because he's quicker than me anyway. Hopefully he can pull me along. Hope I can stick with him for a little bit. If you look at his best lap, he's a second quicker than me on the best lap. So, fingers crossed I can keep with him and bring me forward. The question is, though, is he going to think I'm going to dive bomb and go for an overtake on every big braking zone? So, I mean, too worried about defending his position. Come on. Too bothered about defending his current position instead of fucking wanting to bump draft. One of the reasons why I like NASCAR racing on this more than sport cars, because no matter who you run up against on NASCAR, you will always find someone what wants to work with you and bump draft. Whereas in sports cars like this, they're too bothered about the fucking I-rating points and defend heavily instead of working together to catch up. I hate that off track there. But like with that MX-5 there, where I went on the brakes and got back behind him. I didn't want to kill him on that bend. Him in front wouldn't have done that. He'd have took the place and probably tried maybe wrecked him. But now he's up against someone else who likes to defend. So this might be entertaining from my point of view. Do you know what I mean? Two people just heavily defending him from, instead of working together, or is he just letting him past? Like all that extra speed there, he could have passed on to other car, and both would have gone quicker. There's nothing wrong with what he's doing, because it is racing at the end of the day. But when you look at the bigger picture, he's just being a dick. Because if he worked together and bump drafted with one of us, he would have had a chance of catching them in front. Don't want to bump draft this person instead. Push him up to the car in front. And see if one of them ends up being a missile. Do you know what I mean with bump drafting? I just shot him to the right. And I were somewhat square on his bumper. Oh, he's pit him. Wonder why he pitted. Unless he just did it to get out of the way. Or did he have a black flag? I think he might have had a black flag looking at leaderboard then. Yeah, I think he had a black flag. That might be for the pit exit. Potentially. Oh, we're nearly back where we started anyway, 6th place. Need one more place to be back where we started at. Bit risky with that. I'm a little bit scared of that because of the car bicycling. Because for a slight moment, I forgot about the new springs it's got. So I was scared of it bicycling there. Let's see if he wants to bump again. Whether he's gonna fucking... For a moment, I thought that MX-5 livery were a Scooby-Doo van. Mystery machine. For some strange reason. May have slowed him down behind and lose slipstream from car in front. Don't worry, my friend, I'm not like the car in front. I'm waiting until we're in a safe place for me to do it. Well, there's a gaggle of cars behind now. Yo, what I kind of wanted to do, but not to the extent of what I wanted to do it at. I wanted to go wide to give him the inside, but I didn't want to go that fucking wide. Because Frank's quick, looking at the best laps. So let him go play with the other person. But I'm happy. I mean, top 10 out of 30 drivers. I am A-okay with that. The only thing I'm annoyed about in this race, like truly annoyed about in this race, is the amount of incident points I've got. That is the only thing I am really annoyed about. Because a lot of them incident points I've got, I should have fucking known better and not done what I did to get them. You know what I mean? I think there's only 4. There's only 4 of them what isn't my fault. And that's from the rejoin on first lap. All the rest are off tracks or fucking losing control at car. Oh, he caught the car in front, but it looks of it. You might see some fighting between these two. Might slow him down fighting. But it's always fun watching 2 missiles battle it out. Them two, one of them is a missile, the other one in, but in racing in general, it is always fun watching 2 missiles battle it out and 2 fucking dive bomb kings battling it out and all. It's so funny. Especially when one of them wrecks, or both of them wreck by doing it, and they light up the comms, screaming and shouting at each other when they're both at fault. Got some beamers coming back up on us behind. Go on, Bimmer. Like, how much fucking room do you need? Bet Beamer regrets doing it there. I bet he regretted doing that there.
What is wrong with you, Jason?
Frank's having a lot of issues with a lot of
Not how to
people.
drive, Jason?
Frank's having a lot of issues with a lot of people. Do you know what I mean? He fucking run Mazda out. Fucking dick move. And that's what a lot of people do coming up to the slower class. They force the other car out like I got, like he tried doing on first corner. Fucking Billy. Instead of being a little bit patient, it's just, my turn, my place, get out the way, and they force them off the track. And it's not just this split, it happens in. When I watch people in top split, it also happens in there. Because it's like what that Beamer did to that MX-5, that is protestable. If he chooses to do it, that is.
You Beamers need to learn how to control your cars, man. If you can't drive the car, don't bring it out here.
Tell me about it, Frank. I got forced off last lap by leader at Beamers. Just absolutely forced me off.
The GRs are way the worst at forcing people off. Send you on the inside every time.
Oh, fuck. Ooh. Nearly had another 2x. But yeah, when it comes to multi-class racing like this is my honest opinion, an honest thought. When it comes to stuff like this, is you are not allowed to be in a faster car. You've got to do at least 10 races in a multi-class in the slowest car, and then you can go up to the next one. So like, for example, you got to do 10 races in the MX-5. Then once you've done that, you can go up and do 10 races in GRs. Then once you've done that, move up to Beamers. And the reason why I say that is because then people will fucking learn not to dive bomb on overtakes on slower cars, because they will know how it feels when it happens to them. The only thing I wish we could do with these Toyotas is have no downforce on rear wing, because it only goes up in stages of 5. So it'll be 5, 10, 15. 15 being max downforce, 5 being least. Whereas like in the touring cars, for example, you can change it by 0.5 and you can take it all the way down to 0. Because it's like, you don't really need 5 degrees of downforce on the rear of this car on this track. At most, you probably only need like 2, maybe 3. So like when we were on Monza combined the other week, like all the race set, like the tune what Go setups and Highmore did for the cars, on them it's 5 is 0 downforce. I don't know why every car's different, but -5 is 0 downforce and 0 is like -5 downforce degrees downforce. And every setup had it at 4.5, like 0.5 of no downforce. And when you changed it to 0 downforce, you got an extra 2 to 3 mile an hour on your top end. And you got no difference in handling through the bends. And I might be like, oh, it's only 2 to 3 mile an hour quicker, that's nothing. On a track like Monza combined, the difference were like 1.5 seconds on lap time. Because like before, because like the Hyundai, I've got the Elantra. The absolute maximum you can go in that is 160 mile an hour. And when you run their setups with 4.5 downforce, you got like 157 on your own, and you got 160 bump drafting. And when you changed it to 0 downforce yourself,
Jason, for the push.
You've redlined it. You could redline it at 160 on your own. And so it made no difference to whether you bump draft. You didn't need anyone to bump draft to go quicker then. You could just do it on your own. Because I got wrecked on the 2-hour endurance race I did on there. I got wrecked. So I think I was 3 laps down. And I were on my own. And within 2 to 3 laps of being on my own, I set the best lap in the lobby. And I kept that best lap until the very last lap. I had it for over an hour. I think it was like 1 hour and 45 minutes I had that best lap for, until it got beat by someone else. And that's all because I just completely removed the downforce. I'm looking forward to that new Audi. I kind of wished it were going to be a rear-wheel drive car, or something like a Megane, or something like that. I'm a little bit pissed off that it's just a replacement for the Audi. I'm a little bit annoyed about that, but it's a new car, so I'm kind of hoping that the new car brings a lot more people to the touring cars. I'm probably gonna get the new car just to try it. I'd rather get the small. I can't remember what they call the Hyundai, the small one. I'd rather get the Hyundai Veloster or the Honda Civic, because then I've got a long car and a short car, so it'll suit for every single track kind of a deal. But I kind of want to get the new car because it's a new car. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know why the Audi's front wheel drive. I would have thought the Audi would have been at least rear wheel drive, because it's a 4-wheel drive car stock. I don't know why they went front wheel drive instead of rear wheel drive. The only thing I can think of why they did that is because of weight. Front wheel drive cars would have been lighter than rear wheel drive cars. That's the only thing I can really think on to why they've done it. But I really do want a rear wheel drive touring car. Fuck, balls that up. I really do want a rear wheel drive touring car. Got on brakes a little bit too early there. Curb jerkers. Name of his team behind curb jerkers. On back straight, Luke, I'm going to let off and let you past me, because you're quicker than me. See, I could battle him. If it were the last lap, I would have battled him, and I wouldn't have done that. But it's not the last lap, and he is a second, 1 to 2 seconds quicker than me per lap. But it just doesn't make sense holding him up. I've got every right to do it. Don't get me wrong. I've got every right to do it, but for me personally, it's just a scummy thing to do. If you know they're quicker than you, why hold him up? I don't get it. Nearly got another 1x there.
Ray Davis, that would have been better, wouldn't it?
I'm paying attention there. Nearly went off again. It all depends where first place in the Beamer is to where first place of the Toyotas are, whether next lap is the last lap or not. If you look at the gaps on the Beamer, man, like second place is 30 seconds and then third place is 50 seconds. It's like if you look at the gaps in our class, there's a big gap between first and second, but it's not much after that. There's not much between each one after that kind of deal. Oh, he's catching them two in front as well, so we might be able to cash in on another place here. Do you know they're gonna go all out this lap? So might be able to cash in on another spot. Oh, we do another lap after we finished. So I'm going to wait for everyone to finish to get a little bit more safety rating to try and caution the 12 incident points. Because the race is still live and you can still get safety points until the very, very last car crosses the line. And then we can go and have a look at some of the shenanigans if replay works. But I definitely want to check out the first lap. See what happened to the blinker. Because I got really lucky with that. Really fucking lucky. You'll see why in replay. Let's see if any of these die on last bend. One's going for it. Let's do one more lap. Try and get a little bit more. Try and portion the I think we're going to be golden up until the car in front, because they don't have a oh, they're third place. They're doing what I'm doing. Like he in behind is doing the same as well. And I know this shit works because on Ringmaster I had enough incident points to where I lose SR, because I know how many you need on that to lose SR. And I did half a lap because someone was still racing afterwards, and that stopped me from losing in it. Alright, let's go watch lap 1. Well, this is... I don't know if that were intentional or whether it just spun, but that fucking cut straight across the front of me, and that will give me wheel damage and bumper damage, and then that person spawned back in between me. Right. It didn't show in replay, but he was fully inside me. I think he ended up getting sent back to pits afterwards. Ooh, that were a send and a half there. Typical Beamer driving. Well, this is the thing. He didn't even let off here. Like, if he reports that, the other driver, he will get in trouble, Jason. For that one. Ooh, that definitely getting wheel damage. Ooh. Well, see what I mean? It's like, look at that fucking dive bomb there. He didn't even make it. Well, this is what I mean by fucking dive bomb central. Wait, what? Jason again, being an absolute fucking weapon. Did he turn into me there? No. He just kept going out. You know what's funny? You know what's funny about this one? Frank were doing some right crying on comms in this race. And look what he just did. Like, that is 100% Frank's fault. Did he even... I wonder if he blamed him there. Already quiet. Let's put it on. Let's see if you blamed him there or if you were quiet. Nope, he was quiet. Now that is reportable. Because he purposely went into him there. That is reportable. And he fucking went off and on.
Dude, are you serious?
This way he's gonna mourn again. No. Kind of like the camo on wing guy has done that. I've watched enough of this shit. Let's go see how much that hurt, mate. I actually gained some. How? Way down in 14th though. Too many stupid mistakes what I did though on that race. I don't know how they didn't get DQ'd, or is it unless it got 10 per, I don't know. It's got 20 incident points. Surprised I didn't get DQ'd on that. Is there anything else what we could do? It is 8:30. I've got enough for one more race. Do we do a touring car race? Oh, it's fixed. See if there's anything else. I might do a touring car race. It is fixed, but there's nothing else we'll do with that. LMP, what's Porsche Cup at? Hockenheim. GT3 is Road America. Honda. Oh no, I ain't. That's gonna be hell. That is gonna be fucking hell. I don't know how anyone can drive them on tracks like that. What's the rookie on? Mini stock. Price on small one. The road. Is there anything going on this? Rent cars. I ain't got enough skill to do that. Dirt road. This car is the biggest piece of shit car ever. It just drives so fucking bad. I know I've got shit driving skills, but it's just so fucking bad. Formula cars, where are these at? That's a quarter past. C-Class, Formula Lights, where are you at? I think I might call it there. This is at Silverstone now. That could be fun. I know I'm probably... rain is enabled. There's only 2 people signed up for that. So I don't think I'm going to bother. Yeah, I think I'm going to call it there. I'm not going to be live Monday. I'm working late next week, but I've got Tuesday off. So I'll be on Tuesday, and I'm probably going to be doing a lot of touring cars this week because it's at Catalonia. And I love this track. So I'll be doing a lot of touring cars Tuesday onwards. And same with Endurance Race, that's it, touring cars as well. That's that track as well. Where is it? Yeah. So we're doing a lot of this as well. Well, yeah, I'm going to call it there. Thank you everyone for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. And if I don't see you Tuesday, I hope you have a good rest of your week. Peace out.